Hi guys, in this video we write an app to compute a geometric series. Let's see how it works. Let's set a value for the coefficient. Let's pick up a value for the common ratio for r. Number of terms, let's see 4. And here we can choose the n term of the sum of the n term. Let's go with n term. Let's compute. And this is telling us that the n term 4 for this geometric series is 0.1875. Let's check the sum of the n terms. It's 5.8125. Let's pick up 40. And here we see that the convergent value is 6. What is the n term here? As you can see, it's very small. So this is what we are doing. So let's see here. In the user face, we have fluid page here. So this is our page. Then we have a total panel, geometric series, and you see here, geometric series. Then we start the sidebar layout. And we define this layout in two parts. Here is the sidebar panel, and here the main panel, as you can see here. What do we have in the sidebar layout? We have a numeric input. A is the ID, coefficient is the label. And as you can see here, this is coefficient, this is the label, and the value 1 is when we start the app. Then we have another numeric input, the ID is R, the label is common ratio, and again we set a value equal 1. Another numeric input, the ID is N, the label is number of terms, and as you can see it's here. And then we have a select input. The ID is select, then here select what you want to compute, the label, and then we have the choices, the n term and the sum of the n terms here. And then we have an action button. The ID is X, compute is the label. Yeah, and this is just the class of this button. And in main panel, we want the output, and the output will be a text output as in the R console. This is the same output of the R console. Okay, now let's close here. Let's go to the main code in server. Now, here I define out, and I have this event reactive. This is to respond to event like inputs, value, or the expression. And our here input X is this X here. So we are waiting for the user to push the button, okay, to compute. Then we have rec. This ensures that the values are available before proceeding with the calculation, okay. So the required input are A, R, and N. This A, R, N, so the coefficient, the common ratio, the number of terms. And here we have just the code to compute the geometric series. It's just that we have to place here input R, input select, input N, and so on. An important part is here. When we define this out with the event reactive, we treated it as a function, as you can see. In output, $mark code and Y code, because we define the ID of the text output as code. So here, we want here this output. So we use the render print to have that R style output. And here, out, this result here, is written as a function. So this is how that app works. Let's run it again. And again, as you can see now, all the values are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We have nothing here. We have to just to compute. Let's see, for example, let's go for 1. Let's go here. Let's go, let enter, compute. And this is the output that we have when the common ratio is 1. All of the terms of the series are same and the series is infinite. Okay, let's go with -1. This is the output. The terms take two values alternatively, like this. Now, let's pick up value greater. You can see here, this is the n term. This is the sum, but if we increase here, the sum is going to be larger and larger. Let's put here 0.3. Let's check. Now, let's increase 20. And as you can see, the value is converging. Let's check the entire. As you see, is very, very small. So this is our first app. I hope that it's useful. See you in the next video.